Welcome, traveler, to my haunted valley. What magic and mystery awaits you there? What creatures and peril? I am Bellendor, your guide on this adventure. Light your pipeweed and button your merry waistcoat as we once again explore the wonders of the Dungeons & Dragons universe. Halflings. Sometimes known as hobbits, halflings are a diminutive race known for their cheerful dispositions and natural stealth abilities. Sporting large hairy feet with curly hair and sideburns, halflings usually look like a folk singer that has yet to evolve. They typically live in the gentle rolling landscapes of hill and dale, and can often be found in picturesque villages, trying to sell you souvenir tea towels at an exorbitant markup. Though naturally long-lived, halflings rarely see old age, due to having both the strength and foresight of an overweight kitten. A typical halfling retirement party usually consists of presenting a gold watch to whatever creature ate the retiring halfling. Standing just over 3 feet high, and with chubby, ruddy complexions, halflings are sometimes confused with human children. As such, those halflings with a sense of social responsibility will often team up with paladins to catfish pedophiles, or, as they are known in the fantasy realms, wizards. Though a halfling much prefers a good meal and an early night to a rough and tumble adventure, their curiosity about the world often leads them into dangerous situations where they are neither useful nor appreciated. As the old saying goes, curiosity killed the halfling, and the cleric refused to intervene. In fairness, those halflings that can be tempted away from a life of comfort and type 2 diabetes can sometimes be trained to be a useful ally. Their natural stealth, for example, can make them adept at thievery, pickpocketing, and breaking and entering. Though, with their tendency towards friendliness and their likable demeanors, they are also well placed for trickery, subterfuge, and con artistry. In short, they are the perfect adventuring companion if your idea of an adventure is robbing old ladies. Anyone playing a halfling can look forward to playing a character who has all the disadvantages of a gnome, of which there are many, and all the advantages of a halfling, of which there are none. Your role in an adventuring party will be stealing things, getting in the way, and making other players feel better about themselves. Despite the halfling's intrinsic bravery and lack of self-awareness, effectively playing a halfling will mean avoiding direct combat, which makes them suitable for attacking from cover, sneak attacks, buffing and healing more useful players, and all the other tactics normally associated with cowards. As such, they make excellent bards. Famous cinematic halflings include The Hobbit. Bilbo Baggins, perhaps the most famous halfling, was tasked by Gandalf with accompanying a group of battle-hardened dwarves on a perilous adventure. This despite him being about as tough as a dog turd that has been left in the rain. Many speculate as to why the Hobbit was chosen for this dangerous mission, but there may be some clue in the weapon that was gifted to him, a sword that lights up when evil approaches, thus negating the halfling's stealth advantage. Knowing this, many suspect Bilbo was recruited as a decoy, comic relief, or combination of both. The other Hobbit. Frodo Baggins was tasked with destroying the ring that his relative Bilbo stole, which means that while Frodo is perhaps the first halfling hero who isn't a petty thief, he is still guilty of knowingly possessing stolen goods. He spends most of his adventures crying or about to cry. Willow. Called a Nephilim due to copyright reasons, Willow finds his heroic calling when he is employed as a literal babysitter. Spending much of his time tolerating Val Kilmer, Willow manages to defeat an evil witch by failing to do any actual magic, which still makes him the most powerful sorcerer in Halfling history. Steve Urkel. Not much is known about how Steve Urkel escaped into the non-fantasy realms, but it is agreed by scholars that he is almost certainly a halfling who has had a shave. One need only consider the evidence: his fondness for bright colors, seeming bafflement at human ways, and his insistence on being where he is neither needed nor wanted. Like most of his kind, his only purpose is to irritate the human barbarian Carl Winslow. And so our dungeon delve once more comes to an end. But let our conversation continue in ye old comments section. Are you a halfling? If so, what's your problem, mate? What exactly is it that you do all day? Isn't it about time you moved out and found a job? Let us know. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And maybe by your grace, we can finally make a halfling a wholeling.